What is up, YouTube land? We're here. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. We're playing it on... How are we playing this?
Completely legitimately, because you can definitely do that with DS games.
Yeah, sure. But in reality, what are we using?
We're using my big F-off tablet called the Steam Deck.
So you can play off the Steam Deck and just plug it straight into the capture card.
This is the most versatile device I've ever heard.
That is friggin' awesome. Yeah, I mean, how do you play a DS game, legitimately?
You have to, buy, one of those modded 3DSs with the capture cards that, one guy made, and they probably go for, hundreds of, if not, $1,000 now, because he just did it, in his spare time. I have no idea how you do it legitimately otherwise.
I've seen some people stream where they're holding the actual 3DS, but
Yeah, they have this... I've only seen it on, the original 3DS models, and I've seen it on, the 3DS XLs, where there's, this big, add-on, piece, and then you plug in, a mini USB. That's how old it is, mini USB. I think... I used to watch Worcester, who's, a Pokemon speedrunner. I think that's how he used to do it, before you just switched to emulation.
I mean, for DS, you just gotta go emulation. Other stuff, it's fine. Like GBA, you could play on the Game Boy Player and stuff like that, but DS, come on. Alright.
So we're doing Dawn of Sorrow. We're playing the Definitive Edition ROMhack of this, which is a pretty minor balancing thing. So there's sort of two layers to the Definitive Edition ROMhack. There's one that's just very general changes, how certain mechanics work and especially how luck works, and that's what I'm doing today. There's another version of this which changes item pickups and even item drops from enemies and overhauls a bunch of stuff. But I'm doing the very basic one today.
And this is...
So Dawn of Sorrow I have a very mixed feelings about, including Aria of Sorrow, but even more so this game. We'll get into it. I don't want to complain the entire time. I do like this game. But this is going to be a very specific playthrough. So I'm going to be doing hard mode, which is New Game Plus only. But I've set up this save file that I have released all my souls. I have sold all my equipment. I'm starting off with nothing. So this could be a hard mode playthrough with nothing equipped. But the Definitive Edition changes how luck works and makes soul drops happen a lot more. And the one item I'm using from New Game Plus is the Soul Eater Ring, which increases soul drops even more. So this is basically Dawn of Sorrow, but actually good.
Let's do it. It's so weird to see it on the television screen of both screens.
Yeah.
Ever since the solar eclipse of 2035, my life has never been the same. It was then that I realized that I, Soma Cruz, am the rebirth of Dracula. It's a castle that I learned the truth, that I possess the power to seize the souls of the enemies. That evil power almost engulfed me, but my friends pulled me from the brink. About a year has passed since then, and I thought my troubles were over.
The story in this game is really, really bad. And it's sad because this is the last canonical Castlevania ever.
Yeah, 2035 is the last one. Haha, are you... Yeah, and no.
Soma definitely has yeah.
Yeah, and that's when Hammer decided to... Wait, Soma, can I ask you something? Yeah, of course, Mina. What's wrong?
The same voice.
It's been a year since it all happened, hasn't it? Yeah, just about. And what was it called? You know, the ability to use the power of monsters?
You mean the power of dominance?
Exposition.
I lost it when we escaped Dracula's castle, remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's just that I get this terrible feeling inside.
It's probably nothing. Look, don't worry,
I'm
okay?
sure it's nothing.
This past year, I haven't been able to use any of the powers I gained. And...
Whoa!
You're Soma Cruz. No. It's it's you. You're Soma Cruz, aren't you? I can't do a masculine female voice.
It's supposed to be a haughty, oh ho ho ho, sort of woman.
Yeah. You may call me you may call me Celia, that.
Okay. But more feminine, obviously.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Who cares?
But not for long. Come forth, my servants.
Kind of southern, but actually works kind of.
It was then that he realized he can't do any female voices.
Mina, get back!
Time to get serious.
Dang it! Of all the worst...
Soma, you back off, too!
Who's this mystery man?
Mr. Aguila, General Guardian, you shall not interfere. A barrier. Quick, Soma, use this.
Thanks for the knife, idiot. So the big things with hard mode, just to explain this real quick. Your damage is mitigated by 60%, and your level ups are a little bit gimped, so you don't get as much stat ups per level up. So that 60% damage mitigation actually gets way worse as it goes on. I'd honestly say that by the end of the game, you're doing like 1/3 of the damage of like normal mode. And like I said, I have the Solier Ring. It doesn't give you much. It gives you 5 luck, and all it does is make soul drops actually reasonable. So that's why I okayed it.
We eating good tonight, Soul Eaters.
All of these souls are guaranteed.
Ah. Oh, because they want to give you one of each.
Yeah. It's just like how Aria of Sorrow starts with you fighting the flying skeleton. It gives you 1 guaranteed, like, bullet soul.
Soma Cruz, I shall see your demise. I cannot do this voice. That is certain. Using whatever means. Okay, I think I got it. For 1 second.
Wait,
Save your energy. You won't catch her now.
dang it! Soma, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. But that power.
It returned! Arciado. Aricado. What's
Aricado.
going on?
The power didn't return. It was always with you. You just never had a need for it since you fled the castle. And that set free all the souls that you had gained dominance over.
You mean I couldn't use the power because I was never in any danger? Anyway, who was that woman? She seemed to know you.
Celia Fortner. She's the priestess of a new and rapidly growing cult. We suspected she was up to something, so we've been keeping tabs on her.
But why would someone like that come after Soma?
I wonder.
They want to resurrect the Lord of Darkness, like some sought to do with Dracula.
I guess they don't like the fact that I didn't become the Dark Lord.
Not only that, they intend to create a new lord by eliminating you.
Eliminating?
But Soma, you don't need to get any more involved with this. Let us deal with it. Leaves.
Okay, game's over.
That woman? She said she would see my demise. Soma-san.
Several days later.
So, the cult's base is here. Hammer's info wasn't so iffy after all.
You doubted my word?
Based hammer.
Hammer, what are you doing here?
What? Are you dense? Who told you about this place? Wait, it was me.
Well, yeah, but...
Hey, you got your mind on doing something wicked, huh? I want in, buddy. And, hey, what happened to that pretty little lady? You remember, right?
You mean Yoko? She's not coming. In fact, I haven't told a soul.
Ooh.
Huh? She ain't coming. Well, why not? Oh, man, well, since I'm here, I better make the best of it. I guess I'm back in business, and you're my customer.
Hammer, look, I'm saying this for your own good. You really should leave.
Can't do that. I'm Carter Petersmith. I knew when people were in trouble, and I'm not here, just gonna leave you here.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I'll scope out the area and find a spot to set up shop. See you around!
After the beginning, there's very little story.
Man, why wouldn't you just tell her about this?
Must do backdash cancels.
Constant.
Once you start doing it, it's hard to stop. So it's like,
How do you do drawing?
this mod like removes it basically.
Oh, cool. Is the Steam Deck touch screen?
Yeah, like I can use. the
Oh,
touch
okay.
screen,
But you don't have to do it.
it would be a nightmare because the Steam Deck, once you hook it up to an HDMI thing, you cannot like just look at the Steam Deck anymore. You have to look at the monitor.
Yeah.
So like coordinating my finger presses with the seal drawing would be absolutely impossible.
And the only drawing you have to do in this game is for the seals when you beat a boss, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta love early DS.
Oh, that's such a lucky drop. This is gonna be Dog the Game, by the way. This is Dog the Game. This is RNG incarnate. I need to get
Let's
so many
go.
soul drops. Hard mode, I cannot mess around. I got another one!
So,
So here, I already need to get a Fenrir drop, which I just got, and I
Yeah.
need to get a axe armor drop. I'd like to get 2 axe armor drops, but that's pretty unlikely.
Huh? Those two. Oh, Soma. Yoko, Julius, what are you two doing here? Funny you should ask. We got wind of this cult from a tip by Arikado. I'm investigating with Mr. Belmont. I'm sure you remember him, the hunter.
Soma, please understand. If the darkness draws you in, I have no choice but to destroy you.
Yes, I know.
Then there is no reason for you to be here.
That's right. You're only putting yourself in danger. That Celia woman, not only was she after me, she tried to harm Mina, too. I'm not gonna stop until I find her.
You're determined, I see. Then, I have nothing more to say.
Okay. I will instantly
Wait, Julius! How can you just say that?
I'll be going now.
Wait a second, I'm coming too!
No, Yoko, you stay. We'll need a contact here, just in case.
Hey, wait, you can't just...
Jumps 40 feet!
Literally, like, easily 40 feet.
Men, they're so selfish.
I know, girl, I
Sister.
know. I bet. You have
No intention of going home either.
Well,
Fine then, here, take this.
I will say that Yoko at least has some
And this
relevance
is-
to this plot, except for in Aria of Sorrow, she
What-
does nothing.
wasn't she knocked out the whole time?
She got stabbed by Graham, and like you talk to her like 2 times, and she like gives you like minor exposition.
Yeah, I thought so.
And she gets stabbed, and then she's unconscious the rest of the
A
game.
magic seal. Magic seal. The cult leader
No,
appears
here.
to create gates that draw the power of darkness. Monsters exposed to that power are said to be invincible. So how am I supposed to destroy them? That's where this magic seal comes in. Want to practice using it?
No.
No, that's okay. Oh, well, fine, then. Oh, one more thing. You can practice drawing a magic seal anytime. If you're not sure how to do it, you should definitely touch the bottom of the DS touchpad. Magic seal activates on its own when it's needed. Give it a try and see. Okay, now, let's go, Soma. Huh? Go where? It's a dead end here. Only Julius could get in from somewhere like this. We should go back and find a different way in. All right, if we have to.
Dude, Soma is the stupidest idiot
There's
in this
no
plot.
shelter from the rain and wind here either. Will you escort me? Sure, of course. Thanks, let's go.
So you need an axe armor one.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad. But I do have the axe, so that's good.
One zombie.
So in hard mode, zombies, this isn't normal, but in hard mode, zombies inflict poison. So I have to take this kind of carefully now. Also, it's not normally that fast when the axe armor throws stuff.
So do you have to grind here now?
It should be a pretty quick grind, but I'm going to have to grind a couple times. The axe armor drop should be like 10%.
What would it normally be?
It's pretty common, but it would be like a couple percent instead.
Auga!
But the dog, I know the dog is gonna screw me over.
Oh yeah. If something's time sensitive and you need to like rely on RNG, just forget about it. At least you'll get a level or two, I guess.
Yeah, that's the good thing. So the double-edged sword of doing this ROMhack and having way better soul drops is that I'm gonna be so underleveled. Oh my god. Axes have such bad iframes. Of course, the dog is screwing me. This is the first thing I have to do. Give it... Okay, thank you.
Have you replayed Portrait or Order of Ecclesia? Yeah.
Not Order of Ecclesia, but I have a replayed Portrait.
Is Portrait better than Dawn?
The vanilla games, yes. I would probably like Dawn of Sorrow, the definitive edition, like the ROMhack I'm playing. Like, this game...
Yeah, but I wouldn't count that.
The thing about this game is that it's so frustrating because this game is so cool. Like, this is the perfect premise for a Castlevania game. You're playing as the literal reincarnation of Dracula. You're playing as a character who has the power of dominance. Every single enemy in the game has a soul that has a unique ability. Whether it's an active skill or a skill that you, like a passive one or a guardian soul. It's such a cool premise, but the vanilla game is just ruined by how abysmally low the RNG rolls for everything is, even the most common souls.
That's how I felt about Aria of Sorrow.
So, and I would say it's even worse in this game because you need souls for soul synthesis for weapons. This game gives you absolutely nothing in terms of weapons because they want you to go to Yoko's shop for soul synthesis, which I'll talk about more later. But, like, this game is, like, it has so much potential, but just because of the soul drops and how it just doesn't give you any cool weapons at all, it's, like, it's so frustrating to me. Because I think this game is great. And that's why I'm playing the Definitive Edition.
Most likely, you'll need a magic seal to finish off the monster in here. Just be calm and focus. I'll be waiting here.
No problem. Uh-oh. Ooh. Pretty cool looking for the first... Pretty intimidating looking for the first boss. Usually the first boss is a giant bat or something. Is this like the other game where everything dies faster but you die faster too? Or is it just literally hard mode?
Your damage is mitigated. Everything is so much bulkier, and you take more damage. So it's one of those bad difficulties. But I think the vanilla game is just too easy, so that's why I went for hard mode. Also, hard mode, even in the vanilla game, luck affects your drop rates by ×4 on hard mode. So that, with the Soul Eater ring and everything, I shouldn't have to grind that much for anything.
Don't be too sure.
Oh, what do you mean?
They will probably prepare new and more complex patterns for magic seals. But not to worry, they have the magic seal patterns hidden somewhere. If they don't, the gates to the dark side will be useless.
I get it.
I won't keep holding you up as my escort anymore. I can manage now.
What changed? You sure? In that case, I'll be going now.
Oh, there's one more thing, though. Julius may have some new information, so come see me if you're close by. And Soma, please don't do anything reckless.
Count on it. You take care too, Yoko. So, do you have to find a magic seal to fight a boss? Is that what they were saying?
There's only 5 magic seals in the game, and a lot of seals are... they reuse them for a lot of bosses. But yeah, but it is not something you have to worry about. They give you the magic seal, like, before the boss room every single time. You never have to look for them.
Okay, hypothetically, if you did not have it, you would just not be able to fight the boss?
Yeah, it would kick you out of the boss store.
Hey, welcome. So what do you think? Not a bad shop, huh? Of all the weirdest places to
Is he
set up a
strong bad?
Hey, have a look around and don't be so cheap. Hey, Yoko's in the area. I saw her earlier. She must have come after me. That's not it. Jeez, you're sure quick to put a man down, aren't you?
Amazing charisma, Soma.
She's here to investigate this cult, she said.
Well, it's like you're actually there at the pond with the ducks.
Didn't you come back to me?
Anyway, look around and buy something. To the dear strongman.
So actually, I was going to buy an axe, but I just had to buy a...
Every couple of years, I look back, I go to homestarrunner.com, and I'm like, there it is. And I swear they still put up one, like, every once in a while. Like, we're talking, like, probably every, like, couple of years or whatever.
Oh, hi, Soma.
You're going to act as Julius's contact here? Yes, there was no living here, so I thought it'd be okay.
Oh, that rough-looking guy right across from me. What was his name again?
Hammer?
Yes, that's it. What is he doing here?
He came to help me.
Honestly, you didn't ask him to come, did you, Soma?
Of course I didn't.
I'm sure you wouldn't, but it's too dangerous for him to be here. Can't you tell him to leave, Soma?
I told him already. He wouldn't budge. Besides, it's hopeless now. Especially after someone who's not supposed to be here showed up.
Huh? Well, if he wouldn't listen to you, I suppose it is hopeless. By the way, I gained a new ability.
A new ability? What?
So, the power of dominance lets you control the souls of monsters, right?
Yeah?
So, I thought I could use magic to draw the monster souls out and use them.
You mean release the souls? Something like that. Of course, I would need your cooperation, and it's not something that's easy to do.
So how come you plan to use these free souls?
Well, I confuse the free souls with a weapon. That's creating a new one. The souls you all use, what is... Oh, this is, Lumpy Space Princess from Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Finn and Jack, I may not look the part. Just tell me if you need something. I'll prove it to you. Okay, then.
Okay, then.
Oh, and by applying my ability, I may be able to reduce the souls used. I'm not sure if you'll need it, but just keep that in mind. Got it. So, may I help you or whatever?
Alright, so Soul Synthesis, the game revolves around this. The game gives you absolutely nothing cool, so you have to either play the game with nothing cool or grind for souls. Which is a very bad thing in the vanilla game that I do not like.
Well, yeah, especially if it's so hard to get the souls. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you need them all for everything. Like, multiples. You can't use, like, rare souls or whatever, right? I assume not.
You actually do need to use some, like, one-off boss souls for Soul Synthesis. In fact, my soul route in this is that I'm going to be using axes very early on because they're very strong. But then I'm going to be switching over to the Great Sword line, and the Great Sword line does need a boss soul for Soul Synthesis. And in fact, the best axe also needs the Death Soul.
Wait, jump on the van again. You must. Oh. Future!
And originally there's like a little bit of snow in there.
Yeah, I saw that the first time you jumped on it. Yeah.
So the axes are really, really slow, and they don't really feel that great to play with. And also the hitbox is just the blade, so you have to be kind of precise with it. But axes are just so much stronger than anything else. Oh. That was rude. Because I literally
Jump on
got...
that car.
Yes, sir.
My
oh,
God.
Future.
What? This game came out, like 15 years ago. Okay, Carter Peter Schmidt, calm down.
So one thing you can do about poison is that you can just suspend the game and come back, and it'll always clear your status elements.
And what does it just start right there?
Yeah, it just
like the
starts
exact
in that
spot you
room.
were.
So saving doesn't work like Harmony of Despair, where it's like, or Harmony of Dissonance, where it's like a save point, and then when you reload, it puts you in the back save room. So it's been nerfed, but it's helpful in that specific way.
Oh yeah, so no like just flying around the game like that. So one thing we didn't talk about, because I think it's fresh to this week since the last we did LPs. Lads, listen, life might be hard, alright? There might be, we all have problems. Economy's pretty bad. But guess what? We did it, bros. Peter Griffin is in Fortnite.
Yeah, we did it, bros.
We did it. Peter Bros, we are eating good tonight.
Does Ferris play Fortnite?
He started again so he can grind for Peter. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If I played, I would as well.
Oh, come on.
I mean, and you know how it is. You have to put like not a ton of time, but a fair share of time into
Yeah.
it. You don't. It's not pay to win, so like I think you have to play regardless. I don't know if you can just buy it. But
yeah, Fortnite pretty much popularized the Battle Pass, so like you have to like pay money to have a Battle Pass, and then you have to grind to get the actual unlocks.
Yeah.
And that just like prevalates everything in gaming now.
Well, I think you just only have to play. I don't think you have to buy the Battle Pass.
I know for certain things. I guess for like emotes or whatever.
Oh, for sure. But I think Peter's too big for them to put it behind a paywall.
Yeah.
But yeah, we finally did it. People have been rumoring it for literally years. And they used Handsome Peter from that early season episode. We call you normies.
You literally said that.
Anyway, bye! I mean, Seth MacFarlane knew. Like, I don't know... That was like 02, 03. So, like, I don't know if that was, like, a popular phrase by that point. So, Seth MacFarlane, he was ahead of his time.
So ahead.
Hey, remember the 80s?
Nice.
I was born in 2005. Oh.
Oops.
Well, remember, Rambo and other movies made in the 80s?
No.
My dad was born in 1986.
Oh my god, I got another axe drop. What is going on, dog? These equipment drops are not common at all. This
Good.
game does not give you anything cool ever.
Good. Manticore, Baltimore.
So I need to get 2 of these souls. Manticore is one of the best Guardian souls in the game, and I also need it for the second tier axe.
So you just picked up a spaghetti. I know.
These drops are not common. What
I know-
is going on?
I know that I've shared the picture before, but there's a picture of somebody who went out to eat at, I think, you know that guy Salt Bay? He's the guy famous for just, like, throwing salt over his, like, shoulder. Yeah. So he opened up restaurants where they're, like, ridiculously expensive. Nice. For no reason. And somebody posted a picture of them having, like, a $9,000 check there. And, have I showed that to you before?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and my favorite part, it's one of my favorite things ever, is there's all this crazy stuff. Like, there's, like, $10 for a Sprite and just nonsense like this. But there's one they order, it's a spaghetti, but it's in quotation marks, which is, like, every time I see it, I'm like, why?
What do they mean by that?
Explain to me. It's everything else. Nothing else has question mark or quotation marks, but spaghetti has quotation marks. So it's like spaghetti, quote, finger quotes. Okay. Anyway, yeah. The automatic 18% gratuity on that was like $1,700 or something.
Yeah, being a waiter in those high-class restaurants, man, is that a nice gig.
Yeah, even if you split, like, a lot of times with tips, they'll end up splitting with, like, the person working the bar and all this stuff, but even that, it's like, that's amazing. And I guarantee at a place like that, you would expect somehow them to tip more than an automatic 18% gratuity. Which, I mean, if it's like Jay-Z or something like that eating, whatever, it doesn't matter to them. But yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Alright, we're going back to Yoko's shop immediately to get the Booge, which is the second tier axe, and I'm going to be using the Booge for a depressing amount of time.
I watched a episode of South Park today. It was made in like 2015, so I for some reason I missed this season, and it was all about when you go to like a store and it's like, do you want to round up and donate this thing to this thing? And Randy goes to a Whole Foods where they're like, do you want to donate $1 to starving children in Africa? And he's like, no, I do a lot of like stuff like that. And they essentially like force him to, because they're like super loud about it. Oh, you don't want to donate to starving kids. And the guy working the register is like, so that's $14.99 for wine, $5 for chocolate-covered almonds, and $0 for kids in Africa. And I'm like, dude. And that was, what, 8 years ago, and it's only gotten like 1 billion times worse. Every single... I can't remember the last time that I went to, like a retail store, and it wasn't like, do you want to round up? Do you want to round up? And it's like, oh my god.
What is going on with these drops, dude? I hope this
Let's
isn't...
go.
I'm not complaining, but I hope it doesn't screw over my soul drops, but I still need to get a lot more...
Please call him Frankenstein.
It's called the creature. All the stats are on the right screen.
Oh, yeah, I was literally looking at the left. I can't complain about them calling him Frankenstein. Did you know the creature's called Frankenstein?
Are you ready for more story?
You! You've come, just as I predicted. Celia Fortner. You're kidding, right? You're telling me this punk's the Dark Lord? Judging matters merely on appearance, tisk, simpletons are so vexing.
For him.
What'd you call me, Dimitri? I merely stated a fact. Dario, Dimitri, both of you, enough. Excuse their behavior. Welcome to our house, home of our church. You talk as if you were expecting me.
You're so stupid!
In a sense, who you can become. Am I not correct? Yes. I fell for your ruse. Why would you want to resurrect the Dark Lord? We do not desire the Dark Lord, per se. For God to be perfectly good, there must be a being of perfect darkness. That has nothing to do with me. If this world does need a perfect dark being, one should emerge. Isn't that how it works? Perhaps that is so, and perhaps it is not. What is true, however, is that the power of darkness steadily grows faint. The Dark Lord must be enthroned without fail. And not a moment too soon. But that doesn't mean... I heard enough already. Let's rip this punk apart right here and now. Have patience. He will try to stop me using whatever means. There is no need for haste. Huh? What are you saying? He's in our hands now. We can destroy him whenever, however we wish. Correct. This will serve as a test for the both of you. I see. Wait a second. Test? What test? I didn't hear about that. Are you incapable of thinking even a little? There is but one Dark Lord, yet there are two candidates, you and I.
Duh, I know that.
Then get this through your hollow skull. Whoever defeats this boy becomes chosen as the Dark Lord.
Oh, I get it now. Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
This'll make it fun. Next time I see you, punk, I'll burn you to ashes.
I shall depart also. I see no significance in my presence here at this time.
So those two are the Dark Lord's candidates.
Correct. They were born at the same time as Dracula's demise. They are inheritors of Dracula's dark powers.
That's no guarantee that they can become the Dark Lord.
They can, by shattering Dracula's soul. If you wish to stop me, I shall be waiting for you at the top. I may even change my mind if you survive my traps.